Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. This is final coaching day 9. Malapit na malapit na. We only have 11 days now after this day. And of course, we are on our full gear and handang-handa na tayo para po sa ating sasabaking pinakamalaking digmaan para sa inyong mga buhay. Now, so this year, you will be taking your licensure exam for teachers, of course, come the 19th of this day. So I hope you are all well prepared, and of course you all feel that you are 100% ready. Of course, sa ating mga kaguro who are members of Team Brunner, I'm very sure na ready na po tayo dahil marami na tayong mga napag-usapan, marami na tayong baong bala, and of course marami pang darating, no, especially our classified files. So again, this is final coaching day 9 for Let March 2023. Good evening, of course, sa lahat ng members ng Team Brunner sections A, B, C, and of course, we welcome the new members of our classified files of actual items, our 1 week live discussion that's going to be on March 30th to 17th. Now, that's from Monday until Friday next week, starting at 7 p.m. Okay, so again, we only have 300 slots, and paubos na po yung ating slots, no? So if you are still not a member of Team Brunner, this is all free, no? Kapag ka ikaw ay member sa sections A, B, C, libre na po ito. But of course, if you are just joining us, that's only 500 pesos. We only have 300 slots. And of course, this is all exclusive for you. You can also download all our classified file discussion and also our PDF files. Now, that's for a week next week. Okay, so full gear na, walang tulugan na po ito. But of course, bawal pong mamatay, no? We have to make sure that we have all the weapons that we can bring in our artillery, no, para sa ating sasabaking licensure exam for teachers. So again, that would be for next week, and of course by Saturday, we are going to have our good luck mass, and on Sunday, licensure exam for teachers na po tayo. Alright? So that's March 19th. Now, para mas ganahan pa po tayong mag-aral at mag-prepare, of course, we are also giving away 100,000 pesos to our top-notcher. Okay, rank 1 for March 2023, we'll be receiving 100,000 pesos all from Gurong Pinoy. So, sabak na po, and of course, magsunog ng kilay, put forth effort, less date na muna, less K-drama, less K-pop, no? And gawin nyo lahat, no? Mag-tumbling, mag-split para lamang po tayo ay makapasa sa ating licensure exam for teachers. All right? Now, we are also open for Team Skinner. Let's September 2023. That's only 2,000 pesos for the first 300 slots. That's already inclusive for your Gen Ed, Prof, and also our majorship. For the majorship, we have English, Filipino, we have MAPE, Social Science, we also have General Science, TLE, AFA, and of course, we have Mathematics. So again, for any of your questions, just send a message to our Facebook page, that is Gurong Pinoy. Good evening, good evening, good evening po sa lahat. All right, so this is final coaching, as I've mentioned, day 9, and of course, please do not forget to like, love, and share our video. You may start a watch party, you may tag your friends, you can also show us your support on Facebook by sending a star, super chat, super stickers naman po sa ating YouTube channel. Alright, before we start with anything else, of course, let us have our opening prayer. Sasamahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, now once again, this is final coaching day 9. Please like, love, share our video, start a watch party, tag your friends, send a star, send a super chat, super stickers, and let us all start with question number 1. Okay, number 1. The first Visayan president and the first speaker of the Philippine Assembly. Would this be letter A, Rodrigo Duterte, letter B, Corazon Aquino, letter C, Sergio Osmeña, or letter D, Diosdado Macapagal? Who is your choice? Number one, ICC is for question one. Again, paki-love po, and of course, paki-share ng ating video. Do not forget to share our video so that we may be able to reach out to more people. Okay, please put the item number para po hindi tayo malito no, kung para saan yung inyo pong sagot. Good eve po, Coach Mac. Kulang na pong araw ko pag hindi ko po naririnig yung boses nyo. That's coming from Ma'am Christine Jill Maravilla. Good evening po. Nagbo-movie marathon na yata si Ma'am Christine. No? So again, while waiting for all our live sessions, huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-movie marathon. Very effective method for you to pass and also to top the let. That's all coming from our top-notchers and of course, our passers. At least 3 videos from Gurong Pinoy every day. Okay? So every day po movie marathon sa ating YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is also Gurong Pinoy. Okay, I see a lot of letter C's for question number 1, and C indeed is tumpak. Okay, so serious mania. This happened upon Quezon's death, no? So sudden death of Quezon in 1944. Osmeña succeeded him at age 65, becoming the oldest person to assume the Philippine presidency until Rodrigo Duterte took office in 2016 at age 71. A founder of the Nacionalista Party, Osmeña was also the first Visayan to become president. Okay, so the first Visayan president, Sergio Osmeña from Cebu. Okay, so magandang gabi sa ating lahat, and of course, maayong gabi sa tanang mga taga Cebu. Okay, Ma'am Christina Campo, hello po. Silent reviewer daw si Ma'am Christina, no? And malaki na yung kanyang in-improve. Okay, so that's number 1. Rodrigo Duterte, of course. Meron din pong common question sa LET with regard to President Rodrigo Duterte. That is, who is the first Philippine president from Mindanao? Okay, so your choice there would be Rodrigo Duterte. Of course, we all know who Cory Aquino is. Diosdado Macapagal, parehas naman po silang taga-norte. Okay? So we are looking for letter C for item number 1. Tumpak ka agad. Okay? We go to question number 2. Mary Evans is popularly known as letter A, Samuel Clemens, letter B, J.K. Rowling, letter C, Mark Twain, or letter D, George Eliot. Very common question. Okay, Tagum City, good evening. That is coming from Ma'am Burley Davin. Good evening from Tagum City. From Naga, Laak, Davao de Oro. Good evening po. Okay, number 2D is mayayabang na talaga yung mga kaguro natin. Bilis nang magsagot. Okay, yabang factor na. Ready na para sa ating licensure exam for teachers. Okay, letter D for question number 2, and that is tumpak. Okay, so George Eliot was Mary Ann Evans. Now, so Evans assumed the pseudonym George Eliot in 1857 when she published her first piece of fiction as it suited her desire for anonymity. So that means she didn't want people to know that it was her, no? So, and of course, dati kasi medyo meron pang discrimination towards girls, okay? But of course, we all know that everything that men can do, the women can also do. And also, of course, gusto nating batiin lahat ng mga kababaihan ngayon since we are celebrating the International Women's Day, no? Today po talaga, no? That's March 8th. Okay, lumalabas din po yan sa inyong licensure exam for teachers. International Women's Day is celebrated on March 8th. And mabuhay tayong lahat ng mga babae. Okay, so that's Mary Ann Evans, pen name George Eliot. All right? Now, A and C is just the same person. No? So Samuel Clemens used the pen name of Mark Twain. And of course, J.K. Rowling naman is well known for her Harry Potter series. Okay, so siya naman po yung nagsulat ng Harry Potter. Lumalabas din po yan sa LET, no? So hitik na hitik ito. Lahat po ng items natin or lahat ng choices natin sa question number 2 ay mga paborito ng inyong licensure exam for teachers. So make sure that you know them. Ma'am Christine, good evening po. Ma'am Christine Morilla from Malolos, Bulacan. We move on with question number 3. A collection of Indian fables or stories. Would this be letter A, Mahabharata, letter B, Panchatantra, letter C, Sanskrit, or letter D, Nibelungenlied? From Zamboanga, Sibugay, Ma'am Jane Ba. Good evening sa ating mga Muslim brothers and sisters. Assalamualaikum po. Okay, number three, letter B's. Letter B's for number three. Do not forget to share our video. Paki-share po ng ating video. And of course, if gusto nyo pong humabol at gusto nyo mag-join sa ating week-long na discussion ng ating classified files, all exclusive for our groups, then send a message kung paano po kayo makapag-join. We only have very few slots. Okay, so limited po yung ating slots. Letter B for question number 3, and that is tumpak na Panchatantra, yung ating pong hinahanap. Okay, Panchatantra, in Sanskrit, this is also known as 5 treatises or the 5 chapters, also spelled Panchatantra, is a collection of Indian animal fables. It is possibly the oldest surviving collection of Indian fables, having been written around 200 BC by Pandit Vishnu Sharma, a Hindu scholar. Okay, make sure that you know the name Sharma, okay, Pandit Vishnu Sharma, because it might also come out in your licensure exam for teachers. All right. Now, of course, the Mahabharata is the longest epic poem known, no? Kaya siya mahaba. Your hint there is the term Mahaba, Mahabharata, the longest epic poem. And Sanskrit is an ancient and classical language of India. No? So Mahabharata is one of the epic poems that were originally published in Sanskrit or originally written in Sanskrit. The other one, of course, is Ramayana. Okay, and of course, yung letter D naman is a German epic. German epic for letter D. All right, so we go to question number 4. Your favorite, math. A swimming pool is an equilateral triangle in shape. One side is 18 meters. How many meters of rope are needed to enclose the pool? Would it be letter A, 48 meters, letter B, 54 meters, letter C, 36 meters, or letter D, 50 meters? What's our choice? Number 4. Okay, batiin ko lang isa sa ating mga passers, Sir J.R. Gutierrez Sireno. Good evening po, Coach Mek. Salamat po sa tulong niyo sa akin. Sulit po lahat ng pagpa-member ko from Ligwak before to LPT. Kudos, Team Piache. Salamat po, Coach, from Cam Norte, Camarines Norte. Good evening po, and of course, congratulations, Sir J.R. Sereno. So just like Sir J.R., magpa-member po kayo. Sulit na sulit ang pagiging member sa Team Brunner. And of course, sa atin namang magti-take no, sa September, meron po tayong Team Skinner. Ma'am Borton Ken or Sir Borton Ken, good evening po, Ma'am Mek. Maghapon po ako nanonood ng videos. Laking tulong po nito sa pag-recall and review ng mga questions. Watching here from Naik Cavite. Good evening. All right, number 4, letter B is good evening po. Sana ma-visit namin no, very, very soon lahat po ng ating mga kaguro sa iba't ibang panig ng Pilipinas at ganoon din po sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. We will be in Cebu this month. Okay, so if you are from Cebu, we might be able to meet you. All right, ICBs for question number 4. Tumpa kaya ang letter B, no? So this here is a question about an equilateral triangle. So whenever you say equilateral, of course, this is a triangle with 3 equal sides. So one side has 18 meters. That means we actually have 3 sides of 18 meters. So for us to get the number or the meters of rope that we need to enclose the pool, we simply multiply 18 by 3. Okay, so 18 times 3, the correct choice would be letter B, 54. Okay, so 54, letter B for question number 4. All right, so again, when you say perimeter or enclosure, no, it's only the sum of all sides. So we simply multiply 18 by 3 since we are dealing with an equilateral triangle. All right, we go to question number 5. How many times will the digit 7 appear between 1 to 100? Now, this here is a very common question sa inyo pong licensure exam for teachers. Sometimes they may change. Merong instances na 2 yung hinahanap, no? How many times will the digit 2? This case right here, digit 7. Okay, so how many times will it appear? Okay, so I see letter B's. Letter B for question number 5, 20. Tama kaya ang letter B? We will find out. Again, please do not forget to like, love, and share our video. Okay, number 5, letter B's. And here are the numbers from 1 to 100. If we'll try to count to the number 7s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you have 8 here, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Tama ba yung aking pagkakabilang? The correct choice is 20. So, meron ako nakaligtaan. No? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I know now. Dahil doble po sa 77. Okay. So, the correct choice is 20. Letter B ang ating pong tumpak na choice. Okay. So, I hope na nagets natin no, kung bakit letter B. Not 19, but 20. Okay. Dahil po sa 77 natin doble. So, dalawa din yung ating pagkakabilang. So letter B, 20 ang ating tumpak na choice for number 5. We go to question number 6. Mary could not understand Archie's point because she had a high fever. What barrier of communication is present in the situation? Would it be letter A, psychological barrier, letter B, systemic or systematic barrier, letter C, physical barrier, or letter D, physiological or biological barrier? What's your choice? Number 6. Sir J.R.H. Balaba. Good evening po, Coach Mek. Thank you so much for your learning. Nakakamiss talaga yung boses mo. LPT, last October 2022. Team Piaget from Pampanga. Good evening, Sir J.R. And congratulations. We had a chance to visit Pampanga last month. Nakapunta po kami sa Clark and nakapunta kami ng Tarlac, Dagupan last month. Although it was very quick, no? So, hindi tayo nag-meet, Sir JR. Sana nabigyan niyo po ako ng tupig. Okay, may tupig din yata sa Pampanga, no? All right, letter C for question number 6. Letter C, letter C. For number 6, letter C, tumpak kaya or ligwalkers kaya? Karamihan sa ating mga kaguro. Genocide kaya ang mangyari? Pampanga sisig, sabi ni Ma'am Catherine Ortega. So we are looking at letter C's and letter D's. Okay, for question number 6. So here, you have Mary and Archie. They're talking with each other and Mary could not understand Archie because she had a fever. May sakit si Mary, no? Meron siyang lagnat. And so what type of barrier in communication are we dealing with in question number 6? Okay, bago po natin tingnan yung ating pong tumpak na choice. Okay, let's take a look at the different categories of barriers to communication. Okay, so here are the different barriers to communication. The first one is psychological barrier. When you say psychological barrier, this is how the psychological state of the communicators influence how the message is sent, received, and perceived. So that means, of course, when you say psychological, yung thinking, no, mental state ng isang tao. Of course, if you are talking with someone na medyo may kakulangan sa pag-iisip or medyo hindi straight, no, mag-isip, of course, there's going to be a difficulty in communication. Okay, so that psychological state, kahit na minsan kayo ay may LQ ng jowa mo, hindi kayo nagkakaintindihan because of course you have your psychological barrier. Parehas mainit ang inyong ulo, no? You're fighting fire with fire. All right, now the second one here is physiological barrier. This may result from the receiver's physical state. For example, a receiver with reduced hearing may not grasp the entirety of a spoken conversation, especially if there is significant background noise. So when you say physiology function, no? When we are talking about anatomy and physiology, anatomy po is the structure of the body and of course physiology is the function. So when you say physiological barrier, merong impairment sa function ng isang bahagi ng inyong katawan, no? So maaring dahil ikaw ay medyo bungol, no, bingi, or For example, may lisp, no, yung inyong kausap, medyo bulol, and or merong karamdaman. Okay, so that's physiological barrier or biological barrier. Now, physical barriers here, an example of a physical barrier is geographic distance between the sender and the receiver. So, physical, no, physical environment ninyo. For example, ang sinasabi dito, geographic distance, malayo kayo sa isa't isa, no? Pasigaw, for example. So, hindi kayo magkaintindihan. That's physical barrier. Systematic barrier, on the other hand, may exist in structures and organization where there are na systematic, kumbaga may sistema. Okay, so may sistema na, but there might be some barrier. For example, hindi na ipasa yung memo, or mali, or hindi maganda yung internet connection. So, systematic barrier po yan. Attitudinal barrier are behaviors or perceptions that prevent people from communicating effectively. Ito naman pa-attitude, okay? So, kunwari, ikaw ay nagsisinuplada, no? So, may attitude ka that day, and so hindi kayo magkaintindihan. Parang pa-LQ na din ito. And of course, language barriers, if you are using a different language, if you do not have a common language, then it's going to be very difficult for you to talk to each other or to communicate. Say, you visit another country, or where they do not speak English, and you also do not speak the country, and so that's language barrier. Okay, and so ang tumpak na choice natin dito is letter D, physiological or biological barrier, kasi sabi ay merong fever, no, si Mary. Okay, so letter D po ang ating hinahanap, physiological. The function of her body is not 100% because of course she's not feeling well. Okay, we go to number 7. The mountains that separate the continents of Asia and Europe is blank. Letter A, Mount Apo. Letter B, Mount Everest. Letter C, Mount Kilimanjaro. Or letter D, Ural Mountain. Batiin ko lamang yung mga Team Piaget babies natin. Ma'am Charmaline Santos, magandang gabi Ma'am Nek, na-miss po kita. Team Piaget po. LPT last October 2022 from Iligan, no? Iligan, Isabela. Good luck, future LPTs. Good evening, Ma'am Charmaline Santos. Okay, what's your choice? Number 7. Number 7, ICDs. All right, so the question here, very easy, very common. The mountains that separate the continents of Asia and Europe, you have, correct choice, of course, would be letter D, Ural Mountain or Ural Mountain. Okay, so letter D is tumpak. Now, what about the rest of your choices? Before that, the Ural Mountains, or simply the Urals, are a mountain range in Eurasia, between Europe and Asia, that runs north to south, mostly through Russia, from the coast of the Arctic Ocean to the river Ural and northwestern Kazakhstan. Okay, so it separates Europe and Asia. Apo, of course, is the highest peak of the Philippines. Everest is considered the highest point on Earth, no? Considered the highest point on Earth. And Mount Kilimanjaro is a dormant volcano in Tanzania. It has 3 volcanic cones, Kibo, Mowenzi, and Shira. It is the highest mountain in Africa and the highest single freestanding mountain above sea level in the world. Okay, so the correct choice here is letter D, Ural Mountain. All right, now, sometimes, in-include ko po ito lahat, no? Apo, lumalabas po ito. Everest, lumalabas. Kilimanjaro, lumalabas po ito, the highest mountain in Africa. And also where is Mount Kilimanjaro located? Lumalabas po yan, Tanzania. Lumalabas din 3 volcanic cones, no? So Kibo, Mowenzi, Shira, make sure that you know all those. And of course, if you are a member of Team Bruner, you can easily download our PDF files later. No need for you to take down any notes. Okay, we go to question number 8. Number 8. The area of the rectangle is 6x squared with length of 2x. Find the perimeter. Would it be letter A, 16x, letter B, 10x, letter C, 12x squared, or letter D, 18x? Okay, number 8, ICB is 10x. Tama kaya ang letter B? Alright, so again, kung hindi ka pa po member ng Team Bruner, there are several ways through which you can become a member. Sections A and B are full membership, no? So sections A and B po, nababalikan niyo po lahat ng full-length videos natin, lahat ng files natin since we started for March 2023 na licensure exam for teachers since October. Now, if you are a member of Section C naman, you are a member of our final coaching and classified files. So pre-board, your final coaching discussion. We are having 10 discussions now in total. So this is already discussion 9. So even if ngayon ka lamang po magpapa-member, mababalikan nyo din po from final coaching 1 until tonight's final coaching. And of course, you can have access to our classified files. Now, there is another one. We have just recently opened it. That's only for our classified files recap, no? So classified files natin, that will be for next week from March 30th until 17th. You can download the files, no, all the classified files. Ang magiging sistema po natin sa ating classified files discussion would be question and answer. No? So drill na siya, drill na siya. These are 100% vouched items that are in the actual licensure exam for teachers. Okay, so from the feedback of students, from what we see, no, as trends, items ng ating licensure exam for teachers. So again, make sure that you become a member of Team Bruner if you'll be taking naman the LET in September next year, or not next year, sorry. September of this year, meron din po tayong Team Skinner. Okay, so we also have our major ship. So po pwede din po kayong humabol. We have 10 discussion videos, no, for our membership. May final coaching, merong prior discussion. And so mag-send lamang po na message sa ating Facebook page. Okay, letter B, 10x. Okay, 10x. All right. So we are given the area of your rectangle as 6x squared with length of 2x, and we are asked for the perimeter. Okay, so tingnan na natin kung paano natin ito sinolve. Okay, so again, your area of a rectangle is length times width. And of course, the perimeter is 2 times the quantity, length plus width. Okay, now we are given the area to be 6x squared. No? 6x squared yung area. Andyan po sa ating given. Then your length is given as 2x. No, we don't know what the value of w is. Okay, so we need to find w first. That's the width. All right, so then for us to get the value of w, we need to divide both sides by 2x. Okay, so w then equals 6x squared divided by 2x. 6 divided by 2 is 3x squared divided by x is x raised to the first, or just x. Okay, so this is the value of your width. Okay, now we have the values for length, that's 2x, given po yan. And of course, we already have the value of w, or width, as 3x. Okay, so now we may proceed to the calculations for our perimeter. Okay, so perimeter again is 2 times the quantity length plus width, and length is given as 2x. From our calculations above, we know that the width is 3x. Tama? Okay, now, all right, so now what we do is we can already combine these two terms here since parehas sila, no, like terms sila. We may combine them, giving us P, or perimeter, equals 2 times 5x. Saan nanggaling yung 5x? That's 2 plus 3x. Okay, so saan galing yung 3x? Okay, so ayan si Facebook user nagtataka, no, saan galing yung 3x? Remember dito po tayo, 6x squared is the area. Then you have, multiply mo yung length, no, length po is given as 2x. Then of course, we don't know the value of w. So nilipat po natin itong 2x, no, sa kabila para po ma-isolate natin yung ating w na variable para makuha natin yung value ng w. No? So we needed to divide both sides by 2x. And so when that happens, we have w, or width, equals 6x squared divided by 2x. Diyan po nanggaling yung 3x. Okay? So again, diyan po nanggaling yung 3x. We divided 6 by 2. Okay, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. Then x squared divided by x. Remember, whenever you are dividing your exponents, you simply subtract. No? So 2 minus 1. Okay, so 2 minus 1 po ito dahil yung exponent mo dito is 1. Okay, so x squared minus, or x2 minus 1. And so we only have x left. Okay, so sana po ay Klaro na, no? So, dyan po nanggaling yung ating 3x. And since this is the value of W, nilagay na po natin dito, no? As part of your perimeter para po sa ating calculations. Okay, so 2 times the quantity, 2x, that's our length, plus 3x. Ito na po yung nakuha nating 3x from our calculation sa taas. Alright, so then we combine this, 2x plus 3x is 5x. Then of course, we can simply multiply 2 by 5x. Okay, so 2 by 5x, the correct choice is letter B. Okay, so letter B po, ang ating tumpak na choice. Ayan, tumahimik na daw lahat dahil sa math. Okay, so simple lang naman siya, no? Kasi yung ating problema, palagi po tayo nag-overthink, no? So, medyo mahirap lang siya because you have the exponents and you have the variables, okay? But simply stated, area lang naman siya and perimeter. Alright? So, balikan na lang po later pag medyo blurry pa, no? Especially if you're a member of Team Bruner, mababalikan naman siya later, tingnan kung bakit. If there's still other questions, just ask questions. Alright? So, again, letter B, 10x ang ating pong tumpak na choice. Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Jelly Kaidan, salamat po, napakasimple pala. Alright, so wag pong overthink, no? Hindi po ito inyong relasyon. So don't overthink. Alright, we go to number 9. Number 9, this is the technique that artists apply to their work to create a desirable image by accurately placing highlights and shadows. Would this be letter A, 2D, letter B, point of view, letter C, illusion of form, or letter D, placement? Okay, 9 ICCs. Tumpak kaya ang letter C for question 9? Number 9, letter C. Letter C for number 9. Again, please do not forget to share our video. Okay, para makita po ng mga marites niyong friends sa Facebook. Ako lang yung naiba. May letter D, placement. All right, so here we are looking for a technique where the artists would apply to their work, no, to create a desirable image by accurately placing highlights and shadows. Highlighting and shadows. So that means merong parte ng drawing na darker, meron ding lighter, okay? And you call this letter C, illusion of form. Now remember, these are all part of the new TOS, no? So tomorrow I will be placing more classified files regarding art appreciation and more files pa for our classified files. Okay, so illusion of form po ang ating hinahanap. Alright, so 2D of course, that's two-dimensional. That means wala siyang breadth, no? Wala siyang depth, kumbaga. Okay, so length times width lamang siya, length and width, no breadth, no depth. Your point of view and placement, ito naman po yung meaning nila. No? Point of view refers to the angle at which you are viewing an object. That's your point of view. And of course, placement, how you place an object. No? So objects placed low on the picture seem to be closer to the viewer, and objects placed than objects placed near eye level. Okay? So depende kung paano nilagay yung isang image or isang shape sa kanyang picture. No? So that's the placement. But here we are looking for letter C, illusion of form. Illusion of form, letter C is tumpak. We go to question number 10, math. The school cafeteria raised the price of a plate of rice from 10 pesos to 15 pesos. If the same rate of increase was applied to a regular order of pinakbet, which used to cost 30 pesos, how much does an order of pinakbet cost? Would it be letter A, 40, letter B, 45, letter C, 50, or letter D, 55? What is our choice for number 10? Sir Josel Pineda or Ma'am Josel Pineda, nakakamiss boses mo, Coach Mec. Nakakamiss ang mga review sa solid na Gurong Pinoy. Papasa kayo, maniwala kayo. In Jesus' name. Maraming salamat. Ma'am Josel or Sir Josel Pineda, maraming salamat po, and of course, congratulations. Isa na po siyang licensed professional teacher. Tips sa pag-answer ng Scantron, pag-uusapan po natin yan sa ating last minute tips. Sana all, miss. All right, number 10, bees. Bees, 45. Okay, so meron kang school cafeteria, nagbibenta ng rice, and from 10 pesos, in-increase niya sa 15 pesos no, yung rice. And we are going to use the same rate. Okay, so that means use the same percentage, no? Same rate of increase to an order of pinakbet. So from 30 pesos, ano na kaya ang magiging presyo ng ating pakbet? All right, so here, we need to get the rate of increase. No? For you to get the rate of increase, ito po yung ating formula. Final price minus the initial price all over the initial price. Again, final price, yung bagong price, no? Bagong presyo, minus the initial price, the old price, all over the initial price. Okay? So yung final price mo was 15, and then minus 10, no? Yung initial price was 10, and of course, this is going to be divided by 10. Okay, so 15 minus 10, that's 5. Divided by 10, 5 divided by 10 is 0.5 in decimal form, or that would be 50% in your rate, no? Rate form mo siya. How did we get 50%? We simply move the decimal point 2 times to the right, and we added the percentage sign. Okay, so 0.5, ang ating sagot, 0.5, making this into your rate. That's moving the decimal point 2 times to the right and adding the percentage sign. That's 50%. So that means 50% ang rate increase. All right, so we continue to the next part of our calculation. Now we are going to get the price, no? The price of your pakbet. The original price was 30, and of course we are going to add the increase. Ito na po yung increase, no? Kukunin natin yung 50% ng 30. Now remember, in math, 50% of is multiply, and of course yung 50% mo, pwede mo po siyang isulat as your in decimal form, no? So instead of using 50%, ginamit natin yung 0.5, no? 0.5 times 30. 50% of 30, or kalahati ng 30. Okay, if that would be easier for you. You know na kalahati ng 30 is 15. And of course, you need to add that to the original price of pakbet, which was 30. And so the correct choice, of course, would be letter B, 45. Okay, so letter B, 45, ang ating pong tumpak na choice. Sana all, no, pakbet. Okay, hindi na daw sila kakain ng pakbet. Alright, so the correct choice here is letter B, 50% po ang rate of increase natin. Kinuha natin yung 50% ng 30 na presyo ng pakbet, so that's 15. We added that to the original price of pakbet na 30. 30 plus 15 is 45. Okay, so letter B is tumpak for number 10. We go to number 11, Morning Star of English Literature. Letter A, Shakespeare. Letter B, Hamlet. Letter C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Or letter D, Homer. Okay, what's our choice? Sir Brian Soberano, maraming salamat coach dahil sa inyo LPT na kaibigan ko. From Sir Brian Soberano from University of Negros Occidental, Recoletos. God bless always. Okay, from UNOR. Hello po, good evening. Marami po tayong mga naging estudyante dati, no? Face-to-face pa tayo dyan po sa UNOR. Okay, so that's coming from Sir Brian Soberano. Sana lahat ng friends concerned, no? Gaya ni Sir Brian. All right, 11, what is our choice? Sabi ni Sir Raymond Patoy dito, ngayon ko lang nalaman na lahat ng problema may formula. Ano kaya formula para ma-solve namin ang problema ni Crush? Aba, malay ko po, sir. Okay, 11, letter C. Letter C for number 11, and that, of course, is correct. Okay, so, of course, Hamlet is just one of the characters na naisulat ni Shakespeare. The Bard of Avon naman si Shakespeare. Now, Homer, of course, is known for Iliad, Odyssey, and the rest of his works. Okay, now, aside from being the star of English literature, may lamok, no? The star of English literature, Chaucer is also known as the father of English literature, English poetry, English language, the morning star of the Renaissance, and the first national poet. Okay, so the correct choice here is letter C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Okay. We go to number 12. Number 12. Number 12, we have when North Pole is tilted towards the sun, it is summer, and when the sun shines all the time, both day and night, this is called letter A, twilight midnight. Letter B, twilight sun. Letter C, midnight sun. Or letter D, twilight sun. Okay, what is our choice? From Ma'am Josel Pineda, Kaway-Kaway Team Piaget, makinig lang po kayo na mabuti kay Ma'am Meg at mag-movie marathon. Napakadami lumabas last October 2022 na sa licensure exam for teachers sa mga dinidiscuss ni Gurong Pinoy. Proud LPT sa isang take lang. Congratulations again, Ma'am Josel Pineda. Okay, so again, makinig po sa payo ng ating mga Team Piaget members, Team Gardner members, Team Erickson members, no, na kapag Team Erickson, Gardner, grow pa tayo dati, merong Team Piaget, pero karamihan kasi sa kanila, Team Piaget talaga dahil as you know, na usog yung LEP. Okay, so Team Piaget na sila nung nag-take ng LEP. Okay, 12C, very common question sa inyo pong licensure exam for teachers. And the correct choice, of course, is letter C, midnight sun ang ating hinahanap. Okay, the midnight sun is a natural phenomenon that occurs during the summer in places south of the Antarctic Circle and north of the Arctic Circle, including northern Norway. The Earth is rotating at the tilted axis relative to the sun, and during the summer months, the North Pole is angled towards our star. Okay, our star, or of course, the sun, no? So, the correct choice is midnight sun. So, masyadong mahaba yung araw, no? It shines all the time, both day and night. So, halos 24 hours merong sun. Okay, so that's letter C, midnight sun. We go to number 13. It is the first epic ever written. Letter A, Mahabharata. Letter B, Gilgamesh. Letter C, Nibelungen Lied. Or letter D, Panchatantra. Okay, so again, if you're still not a member of Bruner, magpa-member na po kayo. All right, what's your choice? Number 13. Number 13, ano po ang ating tumpak na choice?